Hi everyone, this is Lina from Trading Edge, and in this video I'll present you the backtesting results from Mercury Retrograde on the Bitcoin market. As most of you know, Mercury is going retrograde on the 1st of April and it will be retrograding until the 25th of April, and all of that will be happening in the sign of Aries. So in this table here I have presented the backtesting results of Bitcoin performance on Mercury retrograde cycles through the signs of the zodiac. As Mercury will be in Aries, we're interested in this first column here in the results here. In 2011, Mercury went retrograde on the 30th of March and it finished retrograding on the 23rd of April. I have given it a green color because the price on the 23rd of April at the end ended up higher than the price in the beginning. Then in 2012, on the 12th of March, Mercury went retrograde. It went up for 2 days and after that it started fluctuating and it ended up on the same price as in the beginning. Therefore there is no color here for the closing candle at the end. And in 2017 Mercury was in Taurus when it went retrograde, and then it moved to Aries and it closed on a higher price than the beginning of going retrograde. Therefore it has a green candle. In 2018, on the 23rd of March, Mercury went retrograde and it went down for the first 14 days, and then it went up for the last 8 days of the retrograde period. However, that was not enough to close on a higher price, and for that reason it's got a red color. So these are the results that we have from previous performance of Mercury retrograde in Aries, and these are 4 previous events. One of them the price was the same. On 2 events the price was higher, and on 1 event the price was lower at the end of the retrograde, and for that reason there is a 67% historical probability of Bitcoin closing on a higher price on the 25th of April 2024. This table here investigates the whole cycles of Mercury being retrograde. And now I have also a keen interest in Bitcoin daily closing candles. So in this table here I have presented the results of the backtesting on daily closing candles during Mercury retrograde from 2010 to 2024. Bitcoin is 15 years old this year. There are 3 Mercury retrograde events every year, which makes it 45 events in total, minus the 3 events that will be happening this year. These are in total then 42 previous events have been included in this research. There are some blackout dates here when we don't have trading data for them, and the rest of them have been obtained from my table 1, where I have looked at all closing candles of Bitcoin. The colors have been given after looking at the prices, so I have double checked those closing candles here several times, and these are the results. So on this line here I have the Mercury retrograde day itself. So let's see what this is showing here. On 56% of those dates have closed on 56% of those dates have closed on green candles, and 44% of them have closed on red candles. So we cannot make any informed decision about the 1st of April because this percentage is very insignificant. The threshold is 60%, and even 60% is not of great significance because as you can see here, 3 days minus the 1st of April makes it 29th of March, and that was yesterday. It closed on a red candle. So 60% even is quite a small percentage of significance. However, it is marking the threshold of significance, so that is why I have included it. Other significant days here are the day before Mercury goes retrograde, which will be tomorrow, the 31st of March, and historically the day before Mercury goes retrograde has closed on a red candle 63% of the time, so therefore that gives us an indication that the likelihood for tomorrow, 31st of March, to close on a red candle is higher. And then one day after Mercury goes retrograde, historically has closed on a green candle 65% of the time, which makes it the 2nd of April this year. The likelihood that it will close on a green candle is higher. And then the next significant result is 4 days after Mercury goes retrograde, gives us again 60% of significance. That would be 1st of April plus 4, that will be the 5th of April. The next significant result here is 11 days after Mercury goes retrograde, which makes it the 12th of April this year. 63% of the time in the past it has closed on green candle. That is day 11 after Mercury goes retrograde. It has closed on green candle, and the next significant percentage here is 5 days after Mercury goes retrograde, closing on a red candle. Just 1 second, it got stuck. So 1st of April plus 5 makes it the 6th of April, has stronger probability of closing on a red candle. And then we're moving on to the last date. The last date of Mercury being retrograde, that is the date when Mercury stations direct. Historically, 64% of the time it has closed on a green candle, and these are here only the long cycles, the long periods of Mercury being retrograde, when it is 24 days. This is what we will have in April, by the way. So 64% have closed on green candles, so that would be 25th of April this year. And then I have also back tested all the last days of Mercury going retrograde. As you can see here in this table, they are different lengths. We have a 24-day period of Mercury being retrograde, then we have a 20-day period of Mercury being retrograde, and then we have also a 23-day period of Mercury retrograde. So I have taken the last dates of all of those, and then I've counted the green and the red candles, and the result is 52% of Mercury stationing direct have closed on green candles, 48 on red candles. Very insignificant percentage. However, the percentage of the long cycle, of the long length periods of Mercury being retrograde is higher, 64%, which is 25th of April. Now, what can we conclude from looking at these results? So the significant days when Bitcoin has closed on a red candle are less. There are only 2 days when Bitcoin has closed on a red candle, and the green days are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The significant green days are 5. So kind of this is gently moving us towards making a bullish conclusion about the Mercury retrograde. However, in total, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 significant days out of all of those days that have been back tested. So these are 25 days of Mercury being retrograde, and the 3 days before that I have investigated makes it 28 days. So out of those 28 days, we have only 7 days that have closed on the same color candle, significantly above 60%, which in itself suggests that the Mercury retrograde period is not a significant event on the Bitcoin market. If it was going to be a significant event, then a lot more of those dates would have closed on the same color candle above 60%. And this is not the case here with Mercury retrograde, I'm afraid. But that's the whole point of doing the backtesting, is so that we can see whether our experience from Mercury retrograde on the scale of our individual lives and our astrological knowledge can be mapped out directly on the Bitcoin market. and we can see here that we cannot do that, that the backtesting needs to be done in order to obtain a more accurate picture. So for now, we are leaving here this, we're making the conclusion that there is a slightly bullish bias. So we have here 5 days against 2 days, 5 green days against 2 significant red days. So that is kind of slightly bullish, and we have to make these conclusions very cautiously, because this is only historical performance, right? As we can see here, it got disproved from this day here. 29th was supposed to close on green candle if we go by these backtesting results, but it closed on a red candle. These are not 100% suggestions, these are only probabilities, so we have to be very careful with our conclusions. What I have done, I have extracted these results here and I have put them here in my bespoke forecast for April, and what I will be doing, I will be keeping an eye on them, and I will be comparing them with other astrological variables, and only if other astrological variables are suggesting the same as what those research results suggesting here, only then I will actually attempt to make a decision on those dates. Otherwise I will be abstaining, and that's not because I don't know, but it's exactly because I know and I've done the back testing. I will be actually abstaining from making a decision, and that is the whole point of doing all of this back testing, is that sometimes the more you know, the more difficult it is actually to make a decision. That's how it goes. So what I will do tomorrow, I will present you with the backtesting results of another important event that is taking place in April this year, and that will be the solar eclipse. These are the results here of the solar eclipse, which I will discuss tomorrow. And for now, we are making the conclusion that the probability of the price ending up higher is higher. Bitcoin price on 25th of April is looking that it will be higher. However, this is a very cautious conclusion, and it will be confirmed in the next few days after we have looked at the rest of the backtesting results. For now, goodbye.